Is AI once again leading us humans toward a new path? An AI has successfully designed a rocket engine, and this has left the public speechless. The 3D printed rocket's exterior looks super cool, as if it were something out of a Star Wars movie. How the heck did an AI manage to do that? And how efficient is the rocket's engine compared to the human-made ones? Let's talk about it in today's video. Is this the beginning of a new future for the rocket industry? It seems like AI has paved another way for the manufacturing of products better than humans, with the world's largest aerospike rocket engine. At first glance, the exterior of this rocket engine looks surreal and well crafted. This 3D printed engine has a very eye-catching exterior, but let's talk about what really sets it apart from the rest. If we consider the engines of traditional rockets, it is pretty evident that those engines have several flaws. These rockets have a bell-shaped nozzle, which is known for being inefficient when it comes to airflow. The bell-shaped nozzles cause the exhaust gases to flow out in less of a straight vector, and upon exiting the nozzle, the flow is disrupted by the outer atmosphere. At lower altitudes, the ambient pressure is enough to shape the airflow in a straight path, but if the altitude increases, it causes the ambient pressure to decrease, and due to this, the flow of gas is affected by the pressure. This results in a loss of thrust due to the change in altitude, thus affecting the functioning of a rocket. But it seems like AI is at our rescue with its 3D printed aerospike rocket engine. This copper engine is a collaborative project of Hyperganic and AMCM and is approximately 800 millimeters long, with complicated geometries of rocket nozzles. This engine is by far the most complicated yet fascinating 3D print yet. Now let's talk about how the aerospike leaves traditional rockets far behind. Until now, aerospike rockets were only conceptual due to their complex structure, but AI somehow figured out a way to make one efficiently. Unlike the traditional ones, the aerospike rocket engine wasn't created in parts but in one go. The AI-printed rocket includes combustion and surface channels. The combustion channels burn fuels and oxidizers, while the surface channels keep the chambers cool and prevent overheating. This design is made up of a single piece, and this is done to have the lowest weight, an effective cooling system, and the highest possible performance given by a rocket. Wait till you hear this. To create this engine, a rocket scientist first stipulated the core features that a traditional rocket contains. For instance, the shape and combustion chambers and other necessary cooling requirements. Then, the information was surprisingly expressed and stored as formulas in an Excel sheet, instead of translating the information into CAD files, from which Hyperganic's algorithm can read it. Hyperganic's algorithm uses the data to generate the geometry of what the final product will actually look like, along with the necessary features. The Hyperganic algorithm kind of grows the object instead of creating it, and let me explain why I say so. The Hyperganic's design director, Duan Pham, describes that you're telling the algorithm what you need the object to do, and then the algorithm is kind of growing the object with the performance you had in mind with the specifications. So the process doesn't create a blueprint, but the DNA for an object. This information is then fed into the 3D printer, from which the concepts transition into stunning reality. Now, let's talk about the efficiency of the aerospike rocket engines as compared to the traditional engine. Right off the bat, I have to say that the aerospike is much more efficient, because it doesn't depend on pressure like the traditional ones. The aerospike engine introduces a wedge-shaped protrusion, which is far more efficient at low altitudes. Since we know that the atmospheric pressure restricts the expansion of exhaust gas, the wedge shape or spike design, instead of a bell-shaped nozzle, won't create a vacuum that would reduce thrust, thus keeping the rocket highly efficient at low altitudes. Not only this, but the aerospike also adjusts itself well when it comes to high altitudes, as the air pressure decreases, reducing the weight compression. This could also provide the benefit of using only one engine for the entire flight, instead of switching mid-flight, like with traditional engines. If the aerospike engines are so efficient, why have they not been put to use yet? Well, the answer of this might leave you shocked. Aerospike engines are incredibly hard to create and require a lot of skills to do so. The Aerospike engine causes the flow to be pushed inwards and against the nozzles instead of just pushing it outwards, and this causes a lot of heat to be eliminated. A linear Aerospike engine was once made in the mid-1990s and was planned to be used on the Venture Star launch system, but was cancelled due to problems found in its structure while testing. Though Aerospikes seem like a great idea, they were tricky to build, and somehow AI found a way to make one on its own. As we mentioned earlier, the 3D printed Aerospike not only does this job well, but also figures out how to keep the rocket engine cool with its unique combustion and surface channels. Truly amazing capabilities of AI. According to design director Duan Pham, every solution in this case, the rocket engine algorithm, is made up of a combination of algorithmic components. Applying components from the rocket algorithm might not work when applied to something else because it's not a rocket, but a component like the cooling channels is very similar to our blood vessels, so you could take these components from the rocket and design another solution for creating a synthetic organ, for example. This shows that the cooling mechanism designed for the Aerospike is truly versatile and is far more efficient than the traditional ones. This could be a great invention for making efficient machinery with fewer failures. The Aerospike 3D rocket engine is also more cost efficient than those that cost millions of dollars to produce. Not only this, the rocket engine is far more intelligent and well designed by AI, which makes me wonder, is this the new beginning for the future of manufacturing? Though it is a good sign that an AI is super efficient in creating an AI that is far better than the ones humans design, is it okay to leave such immense power in the hands of AI? Many people have warned about the potential misuse of the super intelligence of AI and how it can be manipulated. We should implement measures so that AI doesn't start to design powerful weapons on its own. Another thing that is quite concerning about this is the fact that AI has once again proven to be far more efficient than humans, and this could become a problem for humans. Here's why. First off, if you see the architecture and design of the AI-designed rocket engine, you will see that it is far more sophisticated and promising than a human-made one, and this could impact the worth of human talent negatively. Apart from this, AI has always been infamous for taking up jobs made for humans, and AI making the whole engine of a rocket is evidence of that. If these things keep on happening, humans are likely to be replaced by AI, as AI-made products and machinery will outpace humans. It is necessary that we keep a check and balance on how we should use AI in our workspace and restrict the power we give it. This way, we could protect ourselves from the possible dangers the world could be in if things get out of hand with AI. Though the Aerospike 3D printed rocket engine looks promising, it could be a great way for us humans to see the possibilities we can achieve with it and shape the future for the better. If you like today's content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on notifications. Do you think that in the future, we will be able to see more architectural masterpieces designed by AI? Let us know in the comments below.